this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week I want to talk about how to get into your ex's head. Now, you may think you won't be able to because since they broke up with you, they probably don't care about you right now. But don't worry, there's always a way. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful No Contact Army. If you're having trouble staying in no contact, just download my app Silencio. The link is underneath every single video and podcast, and hit the panic button if you're about to break no contact. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, it's very simple. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. That concludes this video portion. Stay tuned for the audio and I will see you next week. Okay, how to get into your ex's head. Head games. That's all I get from you. Okay. So you have to keep in mind that it's going to take a bit of time to get into your ex's head. In the beginning, right after the breakup, they don't care what you're thinking and feeling. They're focused on what they're thinking and feeling. Their interest level is lower than yours. And when someone's interest level is lower than yours, they do not care about your interest level, about your feelings. They only care about their own. That's why telling your ex how you feel is going to have zero effect. They don't care. The only time someone cares about your interest level is when their interest level is higher than yours and yours appears to be falling. But obviously, when someone breaks up with you, their interest level is not higher than yours. Otherwise, they wouldn't have broken up with you. So when you're broken up with, the first thing you have to do is to retreat and just focus on yourself, because trying to make anything happen right away, right now, is just going to make things worse. And to turn things around and get into your ex's head, you need to make them start wondering about you. They know you didn't want the breakup, and they're going to assume that you want them back. So we need to disabuse them of that notion, and the faster you do that, the better. So let's talk about no contact for a minute, because that's the number one way to get into your ex's head. And my version of no contact is that you get into no contact and you stay there until they say something significant. Therefore, you do not reach out after 30 days. You do not reach out after 45 days. You do not reach out after 60 days. The fact that you're not trying to get them back will definitely get into their head. And especially if you were needy or tried to stop them from breaking up with you. One of my clients heard from their ex 2 weeks into the breakup, and she, the ex, had an attitude because she thought that for sure he was going to try to get her back. But luckily he talked to me, and I said, nope, you just sit back and wait, and they are now back together. I've done a million videos on why no contact is so powerful, and I have a whole playlist, so I'm not going to go on about it here, but I do suggest that you listen to my no contact playlist. Okay. One thing you want to do is leave your stuff at their house if they haven't asked you to pick it up, or even if they have and you don't want it back and it's not something important, it's something you can replace, something you don't care about, then just leave it there, because they will have a daily reminder of you. It will trigger memories of the past every time they see it. Isn't that wonderful? Your stuff is doing work for you. Next, we have social media. And that is about what you post and what you don't post. So if you post something that will give them FOMO, fear of missing out, that will get into their head. So if you guys had planned to do something together or go somewhere and now you're doing it on your own or with someone else, that's very effective. And in terms of not posting, it's about disappearing, especially during the weekends sometimes. And they will wonder what is going on, why you're not posting all of a sudden on the weekends, especially if you would always post on the weekends. And if they're interested, they're going to start getting worried that maybe you're seeing someone else. Continuing with the social media theme, looking happy on social media. But it has to be real, because your ex knows you quite well if you dated for any length of time, and they know when it's a fake smile or a real smile. So make sure it's a real smile, or make sure it's a fake, real smile. Haha. Also, changing your profile picture from the both of you to yourself if you had a picture up of the both of you. Although I never understood this. It's your account. Why do you have to have the two of you in your profile picture? Do you not have an identity outside your relationship? If it's a shared account, okay, I understand. But on your own account, nah. However, as much as I disagree with this, it actually works in your favor during a breakup because now you can change the picture from the both of you to just you, or you and your cat, or you and your dog, or you and your bird. Your ex has now been replaced by a furry friend or a feathery friend. And I know that some of you, or many of you, are going to be reluctant to change your photo, especially if your ex hasn't changed their photo yet. But believe it or not, changing your photo doesn't mean that you will never get back together. Don't worry. Right now, you're not in your right mind. Literally, you're in your fearful, primitive mind, not your logical mind. So if you want to get into your ex's head, change that picture. Damn it. Moving on. If you have friends in common and they talk to you after the breakup and ask about the breakup, then the only thing you're going to say is that it was unexpected, but you've now accepted it and are looking forward to the future. It will, of course, get back to your ex, and if they're having second doubts about the relationship, it's going to mess with their head, especially if you couple this with the effective social media strategy that I've already talked about, because then it will really look like you're moving on. Next, passwords. You want to change all the passwords that your ex knows, so that in case they try to go snooping around, it's not going to happen. They're not going to find out anything. And with Netflix, if you're sharing Netflix and you are the owner of the Netflix account, kick them out. However, for those of you who want to be more strategic with when you kick them off your Netflix, if you really want to mess with your ex, then I suggest that if you see that they're binge watching a show, wait until they're almost at the last episode and then, oops, pull the plug. Not only will it mess with their head, but they probably won't be very happy about it. Hey, some people want to be vindictive. What do you want? I'm just here to send the message. Next, this is probably something you never thought of, and that is remove your energy from them. When you've been dating someone for quite a while, your energies become entangled. That's one of the reasons why breakups are so hard, because you can still feel their energy, but you don't have them physically there with you. However, you can use this to your advantage by not thinking about them. I know I'm asking the impossible here, but you know me, I always ask the impossible. By not focusing on them at all and focusing on other aspects of your life. And if you do that, there's a very high probability, especially if they are empathic, that they will feel the energy vortex and they will start to wonder if you are moving on. And if they're past the relief stage and they're starting to have doubts about whether they made the right decision in breaking up with you, they may begin to panic, and thus you are now in their head. All right, the next one is, and actually the last one, and this may be too late for most of you, and that is that you agree to the breakup when they break up with you. I know most people come to the page after they've already been broken up with, but just keep this in mind for the future, that as soon as someone breaks up with you, you just immediately agree. Okay. Now, they will not be expecting it. They will be taken aback, and you will immediately be in their head. And that's what I did with the guy who broke up with me, who resulted in me starting to give you guys advice about how to get an ex back. That's what started that whole thing, that breakup. And I've already talked about the fact that I sent him a text within 5 minutes of him breaking up with me via text. And you can hear the whole story on my video titled My Breakup. And I will put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. So when you hear from them and you respond because they say something significant, be sure to hold your cards close to your chest. Do not reveal your feelings and intentions, because they're going to be expecting you to pour your heart out to them. But that's not what you're going to do, at least not right now. So first, they need to let you know in some shape or form that they want to get back together, And then slowly, slowly, you will reveal their feelings, but not right away. Okay? So let me give you a recap of how to get into your ex's head. So no contact, leave your stuff at their house, social media, what you post and don't post, looking happy for real on social media, change the profile picture, tell the friends you have in common that you're happily, well, not happily, but whatever, you're dealing with a breakup and you're moving on. happily moving on. Change your passwords, kick them off Netflix, remove your energy from them, and when someone breaks up with you, immediately agree. So which method or methods are you going to use to get inside your ex's head? Please comment below. And in the meantime, if you'd like my help personally to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below every single video and podcast, and we will send you the rates. If you don't hear from us within 24 hours, then try emailing us from a different email, because maybe you didn't get our email the first time, especially if you are writing from Gmail. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.